So the time has come to lay this power vent water heater to rest. This water heater is about 17 years old, and she served us well, or he, or whatever it is. But it's time for it to go. It's wore out its welcome, and I know it's going to go eventually, so might as well take it off life support and lay it to rest. So that brings us to the choice of the new water heater. Do I go with a power vent again? Or do I switch it up to something else like a tankless water heater or maybe just an electric water heater? So my first choice would be a natural gas water heater with a B vent out the roof. I feel those were the best water heaters because you didn't need any electric to run them. There was no power vent that made noise, and they are very reliable. Here I don't have that option because I don't have a flue going out through the roof. So that's why we originally installed this power vent water heater. And I know tankless water heaters are all the craze right now. Anybody you talk to, if they had one installed, it's the greatest thing forever. You know, just like they got in at Bitcoin at 2 cents and now they're a billionaire. You know, you always miss the boat on everything. But I kind of get suspicious about some stuff because I go to somebody's house for an estimate and they ask for a product by name, specific brand of tankless water heater. And I say, wow, this guy must really know what he's talking about. He's done his research. And then I ask him, why did you choose that product? And they tell me, well, we saw it advertised at the Cubs game. And so it's just like everything. You know, there's a craze for it. People get all excited because it's a new product. But it depends on where you live. If you live in one of the southern states, you know, that's got warmer ground, you know, in Arizona, the ground probably is always 70 degrees. Well, maybe tankless is the right choice for you. But if you live up in a town like Hell, Michigan, where the ground is probably 40 degrees all the time or most of the time of the year, that tankless water heater has got to use a lot of energy to warm up that cold water coming in. So there's all these different products out there. You know, it's hard to choose, especially with the marketing. You know, you're not going to find anybody say anything negative about their product online. So you got to do what's right for you. But I had this electric water heater in my shop from a job that we were supposed to install it on, and the customer ultimately chose natural gas instead. And I thought, what the heck? You know, it's highly frowned upon in my area to use a electric water heater like this, but I'm going to go ahead and install this thing anyways, and I'm going to find out for myself, is it more efficient? Is my energy bill going to go up because now I have an electric water heater, or what's the deal with it? Because it's very rare in my area to find a house with an electric water heater. And as soon as you go south of me, maybe drive an hour south or 2 hours south, everybody has electric water heaters down there. You know, why is that? And is the rates cheaper for electric usage down there than it is natural gas? Or is the towns and cities not allowing people to install natural gas water heaters? I don't know, but I installed an electric water heater in my shop, and we have not noticed any difference on the electric bill. But that's just my shop. Nobody's taking a shower there or doing anything too crazy. So here, a family of 4, we're going to see, will this water heater make a difference on my my electric bill? Another thing to think about is the servicing of the product that you choose. If you go online and read the reviews and the people are saying stuff about the service department and customer service, well, you know they're calling for a reason. Even if they have a good review of the product and they call customer service and aren't getting what they need, well, now you got a problem on your hands. And I must tell you that we had problems from day one with the power vent, and trying to get a service tech. You know, they don't have their own service techs that come out. The manufacturer, they sub it out to a third-party guy, which they don't even cover his labor. They want to cover your parts. And it's a total disaster because you got no hot water. And man, I don't know about your wife, but my wife doesn't have hot water, forget it. I mean, I might as well just move out or go sleep in the backyard or something. So those are a few things that I think you should think about if you're going to be changing your water heater. And ultimately, if you're building a new house and you can choose any one, you could still run a flue through the roof or whatever you want to do. I'm all for the natural gas B-vent water heater. Most reliable out there, I think, in my opinion, that are affordable and easy to repair. You could probably get the parts for them at your hardware store. If you do choose to go with a tankless water heater, make sure you got the right size, because if you get one that's too small and you're demanding more hot water, guess what? That thing's going to cut your flow rate, and you're going to have low water pressure in that shower when everybody's trying to use the hot water. So consult an honest professional, somebody who will tell you the truth and get you the right products installed correctly. And speaking of professionals, I highly recommend you hire a contractor that knows what they're doing for these type of installs. This is 220 electric here. If you don't know what you're doing, you don't want to install that stuff yourself. And you got to think about not just the dangers to yourself, but if you ever go to sell your house and these systems are not installed correctly, they're going to hire a home inspector to look through the place, and they're going to flag these things, and then they're going to ask that you have them repaired by a qualified contractor or electrician, plumber, or whatever. And you're going to have to pay it then. So you might as well just have it installed correctly from the start. And yes, it can be expensive, but the last thing you want is a gas leak in your house, or some electrical wires rubbing or touching or contacting some metal they're not supposed to be. And now you got an insurance claim on your hands. So highly recommend using a licensed professional to do this type of work. Now that I got this new electric water heater all installed here, I'm going to do an autopsy on the old PowerVent water heater and see what's inside that thing. I'm always curious about the anode rod and the bottom of the tank. Is it about to be rotted out? Did I just replace it in the nick of time, or did it have lots of life left in it? So don't forget to like and subscribe so you can stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys next time.